Here's our last part of the 1.5 material. So how to graph with a vertical and horizontal shift. Identify the vertical and horizontal shifts from the formula. The vertical shift results from a constant added to the output. Move the graph up for a positive constant and down for a negative constant. The horizontal shift results from a constant added to the input. Move the graph left for a positive constant and right for a negative constant. And apply the shifts to the graph in either order. So here we go with f of x equals absolute value of x. So the original function would look something like this. Is it me, or is it black on one side and blue on the other? I did not change colors. Okay, Microsoft Word. So now what do we have here? So this -2 means it's going to go right 2, and the +4 means we're going to go up 4. So right 2, up 4, and we just have this V-shaped graph. Oh, let me change colors. That's it. Okay, let's go on. Write a formula for a transformation of f of x equals 1/2 x. This shifts the function graph 1 unit to the right and 1 unit up. So our, let's see how they listed it. Okay, they did h. I was going to do g. So g of x would be 1 over, so we're affecting the input part, so we're going to go to the right 1, so it'll be x minus 1, then plus 1. That's it. Now for example 18, for the function f of x equals x squared, graph g of x equals the negative of f of x, and h of x equals f of negative x. So I put two graphs here, one for each, but our original one would be starting here, and then 1, and then 2, 4, and then 3, 9, so up there. So we get this kind of a shape for our f of x. So g is just reflected across the x-axis. So I'm going to do that here. Okay. And then h is just going to reflect it across the y-axis. Well, this is an interesting situation. So I'm going to call this g of x. So h, I'll do it over here. So think about this. 1, 1 becomes negative 1, 1. 2, 4 becomes negative 2, 4. 3, 3 becomes negative 3. Sorry, 3, 9 becomes negative 3, 9. And then negative 1, 1 becomes positive 1, 1. Negative 2, 4 becomes positive 2, 4, and then negative 3, 9 becomes positive 3, 9. So what we get is the same as the original because it's symmetric about the y-axis. Okay, let's go on to combining transformations. When combining vertical transformations written in the form a times f of x plus k, first vertically stretch by a and then vertically shift by k. When combining horizontal transformations written in the form f of b times x plus h, first horizontally shift by h, then horizontally stretch by 1 over b. When combining horizontal and transformations written in the form f of b of x plus h, first horizontally stretch by 1 over b, then horizontally shift by h. And horizontal and vertical transformations are independent. It does not matter whether horizontal or vertical transformations are performed first. Okay, so let's look at this next one. We have f of x, so x and f of x, then we have x and then f of 3x. So kind of building this up. So we're looking at g of x equals 2 times f of 3x plus 1. And so because of the 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 8 is 24. So that means this row here would have the same output as the f of x row. But if we're graphing this, we'd be graphing it at 2, 4, 6, 8 instead of 6, 12, 18, 24. The next part, the 2 out front gets multiplied. So 2 times 10 is going to be 20. 2 times 14 is 28, excuse me. 2 times 15 is 30, and 2 times 17 is 34. Oh, I was going to clean that up. My eraser doesn't want to work. Next, we're going to add 1 to each of these. So 21, 29, 31, and 35. And that's it. So use the graph to sketch f of x. Use the graph of f of x to sketch k of x equals f of 1/2 x plus 1 minus 3. Okay, so we obviously we'll have a vertical shift down. We have a horizontal shift of 1 to the left. And then we have, so the 1/2 means we're going to have a stretch by a factor of 1 over 1/2, which is a factor of 2. So let's take first things first. We will do the horizontal shift of 1. So this 2, 0 becomes 1, 0. This negative 2, 0 becomes negative 3, 0. And then the 0, 2 becomes negative 1, 2. Okay, so we have that. But then we have this factor of 1/2. So 1 over 1/2, as I said before, was 2. So we're going to multiply these by 2. So 1 times 2 is, I'm going to change colors. 1 times 2 is 2. And then negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, so it's going to be up here. The negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, which my graph doesn't go that far, so there. So we have a graph that looks like this, roughly. But then it needs to go down by 3. So change colors again, I go to green. Okay, so then be, instead of negative 2, 2 be negative 2, negative 1, because I'm going down by 3. So instead of negative or positive 2, 0, we're going to be up to negative 3. And instead of at negative 6, 0, we're going to be at negative 6, negative 3. And it'll look something like that. Okay. And that's it for this section. Got a lot of little parts on this one. I broke it up into a lot of small videos. There goes my pencil. Anyway, let me know if you have questions, and you can do the homework now.